Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Take 5. It is Friday, July 15th, 2011. We are in Mark chapter 1, and we are looking at verse 21. And they went into Capernaum, and immediately on the Sabbath he entered the synagogue and was teaching. And they were astonished at his teaching, for he taught them as one who had authority and not as the scribes. And immediately there was in their synagogue a man with an unclean spirit. And he cried out, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." But Jesus rebuked him, saying, "Be silent and come out of him." And the unclean spirit, convulsing him and crying out with a loud voice, came out of him. And they were all amazed, so that they questioned among themselves, saying, "Who is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him." And at once his fame spread everywhere throughout all the surrounding region of Galilee. Well, what we see here is Jesus' power over Satan. Here's a guy with an unclean spirit, and you can do your research. Unclean spirit means demon, evil spirit. These are all the same. They're all synonyms for the same thing. And you really see them very little in the Old Testament, and you see them very little in the New Testament other than during the ministry of Jesus. And then during the ministry of the apostles, you see them a little bit, but they're really heavily intensive during the ministry of Jesus, and I think that is because they were opposing Jesus and trying to stop him from going to the cross. Personal opinion. But you really don't see them much after the book of Acts. You don't see them at all. But what you see here, though, you do see a guy possessed by a demon, an evil spirit. But you notice the thing about the evil spirit. The evil spirit knows who Jesus is. "I know who you are, the Holy One of God." When he says the Holy One, that means the one, the Messiah, the promised one. See, he got it. The crowds yet had not gotten it. The Pharisees certainly hadn't gotten it, but the religious people of the day hadn't gotten it. But the demons absolutely knew who Jesus was. And he had created them, so they knew who he was. So they're saying, "What are you going to do with us?" Well, he casts him out. Now, there is another passage where he casts out an evil spirit and he casts them into some pigs, but it doesn't really say where this one goes. We do know that they tend to find other homes, and that's another passage in the scriptures. But the point is here, he has power over Satan. And certainly, Jesus would have power over Satan in your life, and while I don't believe there is modern day demon possession, and you certainly can disagree with me on that, there's certainly modern day demonic influence. We do have the spiritual realm still around, and we do have invisible forces, some for good, some for evil, and we can be influenced by those negative forces. But Jesus has the power over that. But how do we incorporate that power? Well, here they just came in direct contact with him. So the best thing to do is for you, as an individual, to stay in contact with Jesus through prayer and through his word. Let him talk to you, and you talk to him, and you stay in contact with Jesus, and you're going to have power over the devil. How's that sound? You want to have power over the devil? Now, let me put a little caveat here. Now, there are some teachers on TV and other places that teach power over the devil means power over sickness and power over every negative thing in your life, and that's not true at all. Actually, God uses those things. He actually allows those things to strengthen our character and to build our character. So those things may actually be coming from God. That's not what power over the devil means. Power over the devil means you can say no to temptation. Power over the devil means you can stop this bad habitual sin that you have and start going a different direction. Remember, not perfection, but direction. Power over the devil means when you're too sleepy to read your Bible, you wake up and read your Bible, because God will give you that power. You got me? You hear me? You feel me? Come back tomorrow for the next edition of Take 5.